Hello besties, welcome back. So I want to say this was last month. I matched with this guy on Facebook dating because I was trying out Facebook dating, and we connected over our interest for the financial independence, retire early or FIRE movement. And so we decided to meet up, and we scheduled a day to go get acai bowls, and he had to cancel because of work. So then we rescheduled, and then between the time before our rescheduled date, he told me that his work was transferring him to Minnesota, and he'd be moving 5 hours away. Like within a month he was moving. So I was like, okay, I straight up told him, I was like, I am not interested in dating you. I don't want to do long distance. And he was kind of like, okay, whatever, like we can still meet up. Later he changed. I'll get into that more. But so I get to the acai bowl place. I am there on time. He tells me he's running late. I'm like, oh buddy, you are just like, I don't know, you canceled, you're late. You're not even gonna be here. Like, I don't want to date you. Why am I here? I wanted my acai bowl. So anyways, we have our acai bowls. It's all fine. It's like good to talk to someone else my age about financial independence, because most of the people that I meet who are into it are like significantly older than me. So anyways, a couple days go by. I don't text him. He texts me. He's like, oh, I thought you were ghosting me. And I was like, I'm not gonna date you, so like, why would I keep texting you? I didn't say that. I think I said something nice. But he was like, we should meet up again. Let's go to a thrift store. We each spend $20. And he's like, let's see who's the first to get to 1,000 off like flipping stuff. And I flat out said no. I was like, we are not competing to 1,000, because I would have to make a second spreadsheet, and that would like be very time consuming with my business. So I said, let's do something more reasonable, like $100. Okay, I'll go. So we decided to meet up at the Salvation Army in downtown Des Moines, for those of you who know it. I don't go there very often because you have to pay to park, and I never know how long I'm going to be at a thrift store. So I hate doing that. Anyways, we met up there, and I will play the footage now. Carter did agree to be in this video, but I think I'm gonna blur out his face anyways, or like cover it up with stickers. So you won't be able to see his facial expressions, but you'll still be able to hear him. I just wanted to make it like more anonymous for him, because I may do some shit talking about him later. So roll the clip. No, here we go. Welcome everyone, this is Carter.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourself, plug your blog?
No, not really.
Okay, what are our rules? We have $20, and are we just trying to see who makes the most money? By when?
I think just like first person to make $100.
$100. Okay, you heard it here, folks. Let's shake on it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, you have to lean in a little bit.
I feel like you should at least take your picture up front or something.
We can
you ever
film
do that?
more. Oh yeah, I do that. I'll probably make you do that for me. Okay, hello everyone. This is Carter. Got him off of Facebook dating. Here we are. He has this blog that he doesn't want to talk about. Anyways, we're here at Salvation Army. We each have $20, and we're gonna see who can make $100 first off of whatever they buy. I don't know if we have a time limit. We'll just see how it goes.
They close at 8, so.
I'm not staying here for the next 2.5 hours.
It's a big place.
I'll be hungry.
True.
Okay, now there's some lady like at the parking meter looking at us.
You don't have to pay, do you?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I need to go pay.
Okay, yeah, me too. Okay, folks, here we go. Here we are. This is the men's section. It is only us right now.
We came at the best time.
Okay, game time. Okay, look at how cute this Winnie the Pooh hat is. There's no price on it, but the inside's all gross. Bob, Deborah, I need your help. I don't want to get this because I don't know how much it is, how much it goes towards my total. If I'm making mistakes, someone tell me and I'll come back and get this hat later. But so far, okay, found this nice Nike sweatshirt. Beautiful, right? It is an XL, so cash money, but it's $8.99. So that's like half of my total right there. And that's only gonna flip for like 25. So we'll see. I'm getting this shirt for me.
For you?
Yeah. To wear when we're done.
Float or something?
Yeah. Maybe I'll just keep it here. I'll come back in a week and get it when I win.
Oh.
Okay, Carter's in like the other room now, and there's no one here either. So I found these like vintage baggy Nike shorts. These are large. That's really good. These are just like women's regular XL. I found this Lululemon tank top. I think someone's got me. Anyways, and then I have like a vintage Adidas hoodie in here. I'm already over $20, so we'll have to see what I do.
That's alright,
The Hype House bucket hat. That's so fun. Okay, show me what you got. This is it. This is the haul.
Alright, I got the kids
This is a child's large.
Hawkeye jersey.
Okay, very nice.
The
Viking jersey.
blue Viking jersey. I'm noticing there's a stain right here now.
Man,
Gosh.
that's a big risk.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this apparently. But I also got the Abercrombie and Fitch. Like
Sweatshirt.
Nice sweatshirt shirt.
And is that your
And that is my total. Let's see what my
20.
total is. 9 and 14. So that's 14. Another stain.
I gotta stand back farther.
And then I was thinking about getting this Free Planet t-shirt.
Okay. What's that bring you to?
19. So
Okay.
pretty
Very,
close to the $20
very
budget.
nice. We got this Gryffindor sweater. This is $5. I'm a Gryffindor. These vintage Nike shorts, XL, $4. Lululemon tank top, $4. And Harley women's jacket, $7. So that comes up to 20. And then this stuff is gonna be separate. This is the recap. So when we were in there, Carter kept asking me about, can you sell this? How much would this be? Like, don't talk about that in the store.
Why? You're all worried about people. You're selling stuff.
I know. I don't want to like make it obvious to the cashiers. That's just me. Leave a comment if you talk about that kind of stuff when you're in the store.
And
I did those Nike shorts. I did find a hole in them when I was checking out. So
yeah, I'm a little bit bitter about that stain I found on that shirt too.
Man, we were too rushed. Okay, well, the end. We'll report back with our earnings. Okay, so all good, right? You can see in the video that first of all, he didn't know you had to pay to park there. Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, there's parking meters. It should be pretty obvious. And then it also bothered me. He was like very loudly asking me questions about reselling, like while other people were around us, including the cashier. And I just don't like talking about my reselling business when I'm in thrift stores. I know some people are fine with it, but for me, I don't know how other people are going to react. Obviously, it's clear to some cashiers, like when I'm buying a ton of stuff in all different sizes, but I don't generally like flaunt the fact like, oh yeah, I made a bunch of money like selling stuff from this store. I don't do that. But he was like asking me questions about it, and I'd try to be like, oh, I'll tell you later. Anyways, also when we were checking out, so he checked out first, and he had just brought in his credit card from the car, and he like inserted it and it didn't work, and he's like, oh, do you guys take American Express? And the cashier was like, no, we don't. And he was like, oh. And he's like, well, do you guys take Apple Pay? And they were like, yeah. And he's like, well, it's linked to my American Express card, so it's probably not going to accept it. And he's like, my wallet is in the car. And he's like, I can just go get it. And I was like, it's fine. Here's the $20 bill. Like, you can just pay me back, like, once we get out to the car. And so he was like, okay. So I paid for his stuff and I paid for mine. And then we went outside and he was like, do you want to go to this place called Up Down, which is this like arcade bar in downtown Des Moines? It's fun if you've never been. If you're looking for a date night recommendation. So we decided to go there. He had parked in a spot that had like 2 hours left on the meter. So he was like, let's just leave my car here and let's take your car down there. I was like, okay, sure. So we get in my car, we drive to Up Down, we're like putting money in the meter and we're like, how long do we think we'll be here? We're like, nah, I don't know. We put in an hour and a half. So I was like, okay, like we just got to pay attention and come back out because I've gotten a parking ticket in downtown Des Moines before when I was on a date. So we go inside and he's like, oh, I'll buy dinner since you got my stuff. And I was like, okay, which wasn't exactly even. I had a $4 slice of pizza and that was literally it. Then I had water. I didn't want any drinks. And yeah, so I was like, okay, I paid $20 for your stuff that you're gonna resell and you got me a $4 slice of pizza. Okay, whatever. So then he bought like some tokens for the games and we were like playing and for the most part it was fine. But like as we were there longer, I was like, okay, like we gotta go soon. I'm sure my parking meter's about up. And he was like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. And I was like, no, I've gotten a parking ticket before, like we gotta go. And like we would put a token into a machine and it would just like eat the token and like the game wouldn't work. And he would go to like the bartender and he'd be like, hey, the machine just like ate our token or tokens or whatever, like can we like get them back? And so he'd like keep getting more and more tokens. And I was like, dude, we gotta go. Like we gotta spend these tokens and go. And he just like couldn't get that through his head. And I don't know, like after a while it started being like uncomfortable, just like the things that he was asking me. And like when I'm on dates, I don't want to talk about other dates or past boyfriends. Like no one wants to be reminded that like the person you're with is like talking to other people on dating apps or whatever. I don't know. I don't like doing it. It just seems tacky. He was like asking me all these questions like, oh, when was the last time you hooked up with someone? What's your body count? I was like, what is wrong with you? Anyways, this is becoming such a long story. I'm sorry, there's a lot to unpack here. So anyways, I finally like shut him down. I'm like, we gotta go. We get out to my car. Of course, there is a parking ticket because I just knew there would be. I pull it off. It's $15, which to put money in the meter for the amount of time that we had been there would have been like $1.50. I don't know. And he looks at it. Well, so backing up, when we were inside and I was like talking about like, I don't want to get a parking ticket. He was like, if you get a parking ticket, I'll pay it for you. I was like, okay, but I still don't want to get a parking ticket. Okay, moving forward again. We're outside in the car. I've got the parking ticket. We're sitting inside my car. He's like, they can't do this to you. He's like, it's not like you were standing here watching the meter. And I was like, do you not understand how parking meters work? Like, it tells you how much time you have. And if you're going to run out of time, you're supposed to come back to the meter and put in more change for more time. Like, I don't know. This man, oh. So, and then, of course, at that point, he's no longer willing to pay it. I take the parking ticket with me. So I drive him back to his car and he like wants to sit there and talk and he like leans in for a kiss and I just like pat his shoulder, like total swerve. Like, I'm not interested, dude. I'm mad at you at this point and I want to go home because also it's like kind of late at this point. And I had told him that I work out in the morning and he's like, do you want to work out tomorrow morning? I was like, no. I was like, I log on to work at 7:30 a.m. We are not having a third date at like 5 a.m. at my apartment gym. No way. Get out of here. I never want to see you again. I didn't say that to him. I was just like, no. And he finally gets out. He's like walking over to his car and he's like trying to talk to me. So I roll down the window and he's like, did you have fun tonight? I was like, yeah, up until this part. And he's like, but did you have fun? I was like, bye. And, it was just so frustrating. And then, so a couple days later, he texted me. He said something like, oh, if I had known you were gonna ghost me, I wouldn't have gone, haha. And I sent back like a really sassy reply. I was like, oh, if I had known I was gonna have to pay for your stuff and a parking ticket, I wouldn't have gone either. And then he like messaged back and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I like meant to pay for my stuff and I just forgot. And then he was like, anyways, long story short, I beat him mercilessly on this. I made way more money. Like, I am a reseller. I know what I'm doing. I know how to find quick flips. So it was just a very frustrating date. And then like, I think after that text that he sent me, I stopped responding to him because I was like, I am done with this. I think I have this problem. My roommate will like ask me sometimes, like before I go on a date. I think I have this problem where I go on dates with people that like I don't actually want to date. And I need to stop doing that because it wastes my time. And yeah, I get these good stories, but at what cost? So anyways, that was that. I'm hopefully never gonna see this man again because he also tried being like, oh, well, like I could come back and visit. Like he really wanted to do long distance. And I was like, no, man, I've done long distance with 2 other relationships and I'm not going to start a relationship out being long distance. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, man. I told you that so many times. He just like could not get it through his head. Anyways, I could probably rant about this for another 30 minutes, but I won't put you guys through that. So here's what I sold. I sold that Gryffindor cardigan. I accepted an offer for $20 just to get it moving. The Harley Davidson jacket, it had like these stains near the collar that I couldn't get out. So I think I sold it for 20 or 25. I picked up some Zaya joggers. I sold those on Mercari. They weren't technically in my group of things. I sold those on Mercari. I accepted an offer, made some good money on those. What else? Oh, the men's Lululemon tank top that sold for $30 on Facebook pretty fast. And I also picked up a men's Nike hoodie that sold on Facebook for $20. So I was like, I have to make back all of my money and all of the money I spent on you and all of the money for the parking ticket. So yeah. But yeah, that was the date. I do not know if I would recommend this. If you know the other person, maybe it would be fun. I definitely don't think it was fair. Like me as a reseller and him as not a reseller, some of the stuff he picked up, I was like questioning it a lot. But the end. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Love you. Bye.